You're streaming live now from Fox, everybody. Raw, unfiltered, nonstop news, continuing to monitor this breaking news situation out of Pittsburgh, where a bridge collapse, which officials believe was caused by a gas leak, has injured 10 people. There were a couple of cars and a Port Authority bus on the bridge when it collapsed. So we do have President Biden heading there as we speak. He was originally just heading there to speak on infrastructure anyway, and we have gotten word that he is going to be visiting the site of this situation that we are following very closely. We got that information as we heard from some local officials as they were talking to reporters. So I do want to play that for you here on Live Now from Fox.
Far away from there, so we think the president might be coming. We've been in contact. The governor's on his way. Governor should be here. Governor Wolf instantly. The PennDOT folks are here. We got a call from Secretary Buttigieg offering all kind of assistance that we need to get this moving. So obviously we're very fortunate that no fatalities with a major collapse on Forbes Avenue, the bridge coming from Squirrel Hill to Regent Square. But there's going to be a lot of work to do.
You've been down there. You've seen the collapse yourself. You just talk to me about what's going through your mind right now.
Well, it's luckily the timing, I guess, is, you know, if you look at lucky or the fortunate happened, but a half hour later, an hour later, there were a lot more cars on that bridge, only 3 or 4 that were there. The Port Authority bus itself was an outbound bus. That report came in around 6:40, 6:42 when the collapse occurred. And there were only a few folks on the bus because it was coming outbound at that time of day. Had it been going inbound, an inbound bus would have had much more severity. So it's just an incredible thing that this happens, and this is our second major bridge collapse in just a few years.
President Biden's coming, and he's going to be talking about infrastructure today. How important is it for him to come and visit the site?
Well, I think it is important because I think it also puts the focus on why this infrastructure is needed. And we've had administration after administration going back decades that couldn't get an infrastructure law put into effect. And the fact that this president got it done is really important. Long before this happened today, he got it passed a couple of months ago. But he was coming.
When you do it, try to turn him to us a little bit.
Yeah. You know, what it means. Most of us obviously take it for granted every day that when we drive across a bridge and we come across a road, everything's going to be okay. But as we've seen with Route 30 a couple of years ago and with this bridge today, we've got to take care of our infrastructure.
What do you want people to know moving from this today?
Well, again, fortunate at the time that there weren't a lot more people on the bridge. Hopefully, we still think nobody was under the bridge that walk on those trails. But we've got to take care of our roads, our bridges, our infrastructure, the things that give us day-to-day life. And so the one thing I also say is the great work that's been done by our public safety personnel, both at the city, the county, the state level, people that have reached out. We've heard from our congressional folks, again, the White House, the governor's office, everyone coming together to make sure we can deal with any situation that we have.
So we've just heard the county executives tell us that it's possible that President Biden will be making himself here to visit.
The county executive?
Yes, sir.
Is Biden coming to the scene?
We're not sure yet. If he does, he's probably going to come on the other
When
side.
they throw it, just go.
And the economy.
But they're still working on that.
Is there a chance you could come here?
Yes. Not on. I don't think it'll be on this side.
But this side?
That would be my guess. Yeah. There's a chance he's coming to this site. Yeah.
And from your perspective, why is it important?
Well, number one, he's coming to talk about infrastructure, but I think it's also important for him to see in person why he's here. Yeah.
Hey, I'm with County Executive Rich Fitzgerald here, just asking me a few questions about any updates that you may know about the situation that's been going on with this bridge collapse here.
Well, you know, a little after 6:40 this morning, the bridge collapsed. It was Forbes Avenue, the Forbes Avenue connection. It connects Regent Square to Squirrel Hill. 4 or 5 vehicles, cars were on it, and a Port Authority bus. Fortunately, at this point, the injuries appear fairly minor or non-life-threatening, which is a very, very fortunate situation. But here in southwestern Pennsylvania, in the eastern suburbs, this is our second major bridge collapse in just a few years. Route 30 a couple of years ago. The good news is we've heard from the White House, we've heard from the governor's office. Secretary Buttigieg has called, Senator Casey. They're all en route here. Governor should be here actually fairly quickly. And then the president, we think, not only coming to Hazelwood today in Mill 19, we do think he's going to make a stop here today to see and observe what we're living under.
And we've been hearing about any of the searches and different types of searches and search dogs under the lower level. Is there anything that you can tell us about that? Any findings?
At this time, we haven't heard that there is anybody there, but they're obviously going to go through that operation, and hopefully nobody was under there. It is a very busy trail that people use all the time when they walk their dogs, they jog through Frick Park. As this Forbes Avenue overpass goes over the Frick Park in the 9 Mile Run area.
And we've been hearing a lot about timing with this. You know, how lucky was it that this was not in a later part of the day?
That's exactly right. Had it been a half hour, an hour later, there would have been a lot more vehicles on that bridge, including could have been pedestrians, joggers. The entire bridge could have been much busier.
And what do we know about the bridge inspections here? They said that the last one that got done was September of 2021, but I mean, does this kind of I just drive home that maintenance needs to be done more often?
Well, we're going to take a look at that, and I think that's one of the things that happens after an occurrence like this. You start to see, best practices as far as inspections, as far as weight limits, all those type of things. I'm sure the engineering folks will be looking at that as this investigation goes forward.
And also kind of drives home, the reason why the president is coming today?
Absolutely. I mean, we know we need this. We know as an older industrial city with a lot of old bridges, a lot of old infrastructure, that we need this. And this president, to his credit, has been the first president in decades, Democrat or Republican, that has been able to get a major infrastructure investment in this country. And this just signifies, in a stark way, why it is needed.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
How many vehicles are on the bridge?
That was County Executive Rich Fitzgerald joining us with a brief update on the bridge collapse, talking about why that bridge maintenance is so needed and why he has also pushed for the infrastructure deal to get passed, and why. And so that's just a little bit of what we are learning, and as well as the updates for this time being. Back to you.
All right, everybody, Regina Gonzalez with you here on Live Now from Fox. So we were able to bring you those remarks courtesy of the affiliates that we've got on the ground at that breaking news scene in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, after a bridge collapsed earlier this morning, injuring 10 people. As you heard them say, non-life-threatening injuries, which is really good to report given the situation. But President Biden is on his way right now, originally expected to go and speak on the importance of infrastructure, touting his bipartisan infrastructure bill. So we will definitely bring you those remarks. As you heard the executive say, he is expected to visit the site of the collapse when he visits later this afternoon.